Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams, and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. All right, let's go ahead and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Thank you, Spirit. What does this beautiful being need to know? What's coming through for them? Flexible. Divine is asking you to be flexible. This is going to lead to your success. Your flexibility will lead to your success because this is card 19. That's the Sun card in the tarot. Also, I'm getting Hangman energy because they're upside down. And so Divine is inviting you to see something from a different perspective. There's something that you're used to seeing and thinking a certain way about it, but you're being invited to see it from another perspective, to shift your view of something. This is going to lead to growth. And this is going to lead to success. This is also going to lead to a lot of abundance with that green there. Lots and lots of growth. Building something, okay? This could also be regarding something that has been going around and round, same old, same old. This is going to lead to change, your flexibility and willingness to see something from a different perspective. Because I see those circles there, and there's something that's been kind of like a repeated action, but your flexibility and willingness to shift your perspective is going to lead to really positive change, brightness and success, just like the sun. Okay, so one more. Oh, that was quick, Spirit. Chop wood. I'm hearing get into it. Like, get into the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Okay? Do things with your body, that make you feel fruitful and that give you fulfillment, that make you feel like you're fulfilling your purpose. So whatever it is that you're wanting to build or grow or manifest, see that through by taking very real steps, like doing the work, okay? Like if you are working on a book, write your book. Do something where you are physically like typing it up, or if you write it out, however you do it. Whatever your process is, do something very real, very practical regarding your dreams, regarding what you love. It could even be something that just makes you feel good. Okay, so like if you've set a goal to clean your house, then you don't have to clean your whole house in one day, but like set a goal where like, okay, today I'm gonna clean 2 rooms, or today I'm gonna wash my laundry, you know, and vacuum. You know, something where you're moving your body and doing real work. This is going to fulfill you, and it's going to bring about some sort of change. It could be that when you're doing this work, this physical work, or you're creating something, that you're going to have downloads that bring clarity. What I'm seeing is like, I remember like when my mom crossed over and I was grieving so deeply because it had just happened, right? Which, you know, grief can last a long time, but it was really heavy once she first crossed over. And I remember hearing a quote. I don't remember the specific quote, but it says something about like the best way through grief is action or something like that. And when I read that, it popped up on my screen on Soundscapes, and I was like in my bed in my pajamas crying and tissues all over the place and everything. And then I was just like, okay, I need to get up and do something. So I just got up and started cleaning my closet, you know, and it worked. As I was sitting there on the floor going through my drawers, like my actual drawers, no, okay, I started to realize, damn, like I just need to move my body, because it started to take away the sadness, but also I realized that it helped me to process my thoughts. So even though I was still feeling sad, my thoughts were moving in a more positive direction towards healing instead of just feeling the pain, you know? So that's what this chopped wood is about. It's about doing things with your body that are useful, no matter what you're doing, but something that brings a sense of positivity towards you, or it could be creation, that you're creating something. You could be cleaning. You could be just doing something useful with your body, okay? And that includes like writing and creating crafts and stuff like that. Okay, let's see where we're going, Spirit. What's coming through? Okay, they said these. All right. Thank you, Divine. What does this beautiful being need to know? Oshun. This is the energy of sweetness, the Orisha, Oshun. You can work with her. You can connect with her energy. This is sweetness. This is love. This is abundance. Okay? Beauty. You might be doing certain things to take care of your body, whether it's working out or nurturing your skin, taking good care of your hair. I'm hearing it's time for a detox. So you might look into healthy ways to detox through your diet, okay? I'm not telling you to do that, but it might be something that you're researching. Or you can, there are detoxes that you can do for your skin, for your hair, anywhere on your body, okay? So you might be looking into that. Purification, I'm hearing purification. You might be doing a spiritual bath or looking into that. They desire success but go about it in the worst way. Lying, manipulating, stealing, and imitating. Divine is bringing through this Oshun energy to restore your energy, your healing, and your vibe after a time where there's someone who wanted to get over on you. Okay, they wanted to siphon your greatness. They wanted to put their name on your work. They wanted to, and this could be present energy as well, because that's coming through. There could be somebody here who's trying to imitate your style. And I don't buy that whole imitation is the best form of flattery or the sincerest form of flattery. I don't get that either, because imitation is just disrespect. And imitation also is like, whoever is trying to imitate you and copy you, they're cheating themselves, because they have a very unique style, a very unique way of doing things that they're completely missing out on because they're so hyper focused on you. Okay, so some people take that as a compliment, but this isn't a person who respects you. So they would use your things and then call it their own, and they're lazy and they're strange. They're weird, okay? Now, what they're trying to do is go viral, but they see that you are having extreme success. So you've got something that's going viral, love. You've got something that's going viral, and if it hasn't already, then it's about to. But this is a person, I'm getting Page of Swords in my third eye. This is a person who's sitting back watching you, and they're obsessing over your success. And they want to have the same success that you have, but they don't want to do the work. And it's just weird, and it's sick. It's gross. Yeah, this is a karmic who's stuck in toxicity. This is purple, just like my robe. They want to be royal. I'm hearing they want to be royal just like you. They want to be royal just like you. Well, the thing is, you come from a royal bloodline, but you also earn your title of royalty. You earn it. And you maintain that title that you have. So This person can't compare to you. I'm also getting that whole thing where like they can't compete with you because they don't compare. So yeah, 10-10, something in their life is completely over. It's done. It's over. And they are obsessing over that. That's why they're trying to hang on to you. It's like trying to hang on for dear life. Like, you know what I just got a vision of is like somebody's at an amusement park, right? Which this person's attempts to be like you are quite amusing. Sick, but somewhat amusing. So like, you know, when you get on a roller coaster, everybody gets in, they come around and they check all the little, you know, the apparatus and everything. Well, this person is like a day late and $1 short. So they come running along and the ride is like taking off. It's like, you know, it's taking off. And they're just like, wait. And they run and they grab and like try to hop in one of the seats, 11:11 on the timer. They're trying to get in. They're trying to get in. Portal, they see that like the portal is open and they're trying to get in on your success. But they're doing it the wrong way. So they try to get in the seat. But the seat, the thing, the protector thing is already locked. So they can't get the protection that they need. So they're just holding on to the roller coaster for the ride. But they're not in the seat and they're not protected. How do you think this is going to end up? How do you think it's going to end up? I mean, what? We can put 2 and 2 together and tell that this story is not going to end well for this person. They're too late. They didn't get in the right way. They're trying so hard to get in. They see that you're succeeding and it's like an elevator, right? When you're trying to get in the elevator and you're like, hold the door. You're like, bye. You know, not to be mean, but this person is not supposed to come along with you. 12-12, like they need to receive that enlightenment with the Hanged Man energy. They need to understand that they have to find another way. And if they're not doing this on their own in a dignified manner that would require integrity, would require a path and connection to spirit. And it will also require them to get to know their own gifts and abilities. But see, this is why, and this is what it all boils down to. The reason why this person is not doing things the right way is because they lost the opportunity to do that. They lost it. They have lost their connection to spirit. They are completely inundated, I'm hearing, with demonic energies. They wake up in the morning feeling heavy. It's like they try to get up and they feel like these heavy covers are on them. It's not covers, it's not blankets, it's energy. It's demonic entities that weigh them down in their sleep. That's why they can hardly sleep. That's why they are even more delusional than normal, because their sleeping pattern is all fucked up. But this is all a part of their karma. And they're looking for a quick route. There are certain things that they could do in order to begin to renew their energy. If they would just, we're in minute 14, have temperance. If they would have some patience, create some balance in their world. But they are so anxious to get in through your winning portal, trying to get in on that elevator ride or that roller coaster ride, and all they're doing is damaging themselves because they are not allowed to ride with you. And they are certainly not going to receive your protection. There could be a time where they did do that, where they did have access to some of your protective energy or some of your abundance, simply because they were siphoning it. But now that they're experiencing the karma from that, 1444 on the timer, they can't handle it. But this is karma, like, and that's how it works. They created the situation, now they have to deal with it. Don't eat their food. I'm hearing this isn't even about you anymore. Like, oh, you know what? Okay, so this person has wronged so many people that every time they're around someone, they question if they can eat their food because they're so afraid. We're in the 15th minute. That's the devil in the tarot. They're so afraid that someone is trying to do them in like they tried to do you in. This person at one time tried to poison your food or your drink. And so now they're constantly questioning who's trying to take them down. They do not trust a single being, not their mama, not their daddy, not their brother, not their sister, not their children. They don't trust anybody around them because they have been plotting and scheming and planning so much to try to bring you and others down that now they realize there is not a soul on this earth that they trust to eat their food, to drink something they've poured for them. They're constantly looking over their shoulder. Now, if that's not karma, I don't know what he is. But that's what they did, because whenever they put poison in your drink or in your food, they had no idea that there would come a time where they would never trust anything. I'm talking even if they go and get some fast food or eat out somewhere, they don't trust. They always think that this is like total paranoia. Or is it? You know what I'm saying? Because yes, it's paranoia, but it's paranoia that they've manifested by trying to bring harm to a divine being. So Yemaya has protected you and still is. Look, now we got Oshun and Yemaya. So I'm going to make sure I link that video for a meditation with their energies. These are water energies, such beautiful orishas. I love them. We've got the ocean and the fresh water, the sweet waters, okay? They work together to protect you. Yellow and blue or gold and blue might be significant to you. They might be colors that you like. You might wear gold jewelry, okay? You might like the beach. You might like to go to the river, or you might like to go to the lake. But these energies are calling you and they love you, okay? They support you. You can connect with them. Yeah, this person that's coming through, I'm getting that they were paid to betray you, but also they turned around and paid other people to betray you. Yeah. This was like a whole circle of betrayal. So not only was this person promised something big if they would betray you, but in order to get that done, they then turned around and created all of these networks of people to try to betray you, to make sure that you would fall. Okay? So the fact that you are still standing, go listen to that song. I mean, I won't tell you what to do, but I love that song. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, it's so true. It's so true. Like, you are still standing, and it's amazing that you are, because you had a whole swarm of people that were after you. And you know, it's not to create any sort of like fear or anything, because if this is your reading, you've been through the worst of it. This definitely feels like past energy. Thank you, Divine. What else is coming through here? Ooh. So you've elevated from the Queen of Cups. You're coming through, whether male, female, masculine, feminine. You're coming through. Well, this is your feminine energy, okay? Whether you're male, female, or non-binary, but your feminine energy is coming through as the Queen of Cups, right? And that's who you always were. 1942 is on the timer. That year might be important or significant to you. So you were targeted because of your intuition. You were targeted because of your sweetness. You were targeted because of your ability to nurture. And also I'm seeing with these fish here, your ability to generate abundance. I know that the Queen of Cups isn't typically associated with that, but absolutely. I'm also seeing these shells here. Your ability to listen to spirit is a huge reason why you were targeted. Someone wanted to be able to use you as like a headset for spirit. Like I'm seeing, okay, so I used to do interpretation work when I was working, Spanish, English, right? So you wear a headset and you would hear what someone was saying in one language, and then you'd interpret it on the spot for someone else. So that's how they wanted to use you. Like, what is spirit saying? What does this mean? What's gonna happen to me? That's what this person wanted to know. That's what they wanted to know, was what was going to happen to them. If you do readings, this person may have scheduled fake readings with you, okay, under fake names. And they were asking you questions that they really wanted to know for themselves. This person just wanted to siphon your energy. They wanted to use you as a translator, an interpreter for the divine. And you know what that tells me? That they don't know how to listen to spirit. This person does not have intuition. They don't. And it's because they have shut out their intuition with demonic spirits. Instead of listening to the voice of the divine, they have sought the assistance of so many demons that now they can't tell the demons from their own voice, their own divine voice, because it's drowned out now. It's drowned out. 22 on the timer. They have no balance. That's what they're trying to seek through you, is balance. You're being rewarded for having protected your energy. Look at that. I love this Four of Pentacles because it really does look like ultimate protection. You said, oh, you want my energy? Nope. Because you knew what they were trying to do with it. You knew what this person was trying to do with it. They were trying to use you as an interpreter for the divine. And see, here's the thing. If they had done this in a more respectful way, like actually using your services in an honest way, or if they had come to you and said, okay, I would like to know such and such, can I talk to you? But they were always so slick with everything. They always tried to use something from you. And there's no way that you were going to open up to that. All they wanted to do was betray you. So, oh, and some of these people, look, they were paid to betray you. That could be some of these people who were paid to use your services in a, I'm hearing a fucked up way. Okay? It was fucked up. Because it wasn't genuine, it wasn't honorable. Also, when they were trying to use your services or to get to you, however it was that they tried to get to you, they were trying to also implant energy inside of you that would lead to your downfall. So what kind of sense does that make? Obviously, this person is completely nuts because they wanted to use your services, but they also wanted to ruin your abilities. So it's kind of like, you know how if you have a property and you rent it out, you got to be really careful because they're like, when a person does not actually own the property, they really don't give a fuck. They don't care. And so they will tear up the walls and the carpet, stain the carpet. They really don't care. That's how this person is. That's how they wanted to use you. It's almost like they saw you as a rental. Like, oh, we'll just use them for their psychic gifts, for their healing gifts, for their abundance, for as much as we can get out of them, and then we'll just discard them. That's how they looked at you. But see, you were too smart for them. You were too intelligent. You were tapped in and you tuned in and you knew what they were doing. So in that process of them trying to use you, you figured out how to transmute that energy. And they were never able to ruin you because you are here and you are strong and you are courageous and you are beautiful and you are intuitive and sensitive to spirit. So you got the messages and that's why you're here. Queen of Cups energy. So you have transformed into the Hierophant. You are a teacher. You are a wise being. Look, you've got people who are learning from you. You've got people who are learning from you. And they're learning from you as a result of your gifts, your abilities, your talents, and also because of the wisdom that you have as a result of this experience. Okay? You got the Ace of Wands. You're ready to chop wood. Ooh, I'm like, you're ready to get to work. Also, when the candle, when I was lighting it, it was popping. So I feel like something is about to get popping. It's like, that really is the energy. It's like firecracker energy, fireworks energy, where, you, okay, that's perfect because it's Ace of Wands. Action. You're supposed to be doing things, okay? And there may be some things that you're like, but I don't know how to do them. You know, especially if it's pertaining to technology or something that you've never done before. That makes everybody kind of like second guess. I mean, unless you're just a natural, like if you have a lot of fire energy, you might be like, let me at it. You know, I'm ready. But usually for most people, or for a lot of people, who are starting something new, doing something they've never experienced before, it can introduce a little bit of fear, where it's the fear of the unknown. But Divine is asking you to move past this with the Ace of Wands energy that you have. You got some fire somewhere in your chart. And I know that because you got the 12 houses. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is somewhere in your chart, okay? At least as far as the houses are concerned. So you can tap in to this energy. You can tap into this fiery spark, okay? This passion, this will to get up. Also, that's your solar plexus. So if you're not inspired by any of the placements in your chart, connect with the sun. And allow your solar plexus to just be charged up with the sun's energy. Also, you can use citrine, tiger's eye. I love tiger's eye for inspiration for the solar plexus. That is so wonderful. Also, lemon calcite. I've got that here. Okay, it's got a little ash on it, but lemon calcite, yeah, taking that energy. You know, allow that to charge up your solar plexus and inspire you, and connect with the sun as well. You know, you can light a flame and allow that to energize your solar plexus. But it's about practical movement. It's about very specific actions that you're taking that are building your dreams. And Divine is saying you don't have to get the whole thing done tonight. You don't have to do it all today. It's just about getting something done, moving in that direction. And perhaps setting goals for yourself, you know? Because that inspiration, that drive, that balance to your solar plexus is what this being wanted to mess up for you. That's what they wanted to mess up for you, but they can't. Yeah, you're speaking up. You might be speaking about something, recording something, putting something out there on a platform. Now, there's something that, you know what I'm getting? Whoever this was that was trying to use your energy, because remember I saw them trying to get on the elevator, trying to get your abundance, trying to get through that portal. Well, they've come back as a rebound. Like, that's the energy. Like, they're hoping that they can get back in. You know, can I please? It's like, please, baby, please kind of energy. It's so sad. But there's no way in hell, heaven or earth. The universe is looking at them like, what are you doing? Have some respect for yourself. No, you can't get in on this elevator ride. Okay? Wait till the door closes and push the button. Like, we're not doing it. So, yeah, this person is so uncomfortable that they're just like, they don't even see a way to restart for themselves. But that's not for you to figure out. You're not supposed to rescue this person in any way. You're supposed to do practical things for your dreams and goals. Because, is this the reading that the going viral came through? I feel like that came through. Was it going viral? Yeah. That's what you got going on. You're growing. And for some of you, this is your money that's going up like this. You know? For some of you, you're going viral and your money is going, like, that's why your money is going up, you know? So, remain focused on that. Please don't get sidetracked with somebody who's coming back like, oh, with all the snot and tears, and nobody's trying to hear that. Please, go get some Kleenex. You're glowing up. Oh, and that's one reason why this person is trying to fake the funk and slip through that elevator door, okay? Is because they see your glow up. You're looking so beautiful, and you're looking beautiful because you're beautiful on the inside. So it's the real deal. Divine says trust the signs, because there are things that this person is trying to do in a very slick way. They're not like coming to your door saying, hi, can I please have another chance? They're trying some really crazy stuff. I saw the name of a video the other day, and it kind of shocked me. It was like, phone games that the narcissist plays. And I was like, damn, so that's like a thing? Like, I've experienced that in my own life. But like, to hear somebody call it out, see, that's why information is power. Like, knowledge is power. And sharing information is so empowering, because it's like when people call out the things that people do, the toxic stuff that people do, it really does help you to see that it is just, it's a spiritual thing, because they're all doing the same stuff. They're all doing the same stuff. It is a game. It is a, like, a demonic formula that narcissists plug into. So they're not coming to you in a straightforward, honest way. They're disguising themselves. They're coming to you in some weird email or some fake number or some strange text, and keep ignoring, block. And every time they send you something, if it aligns with what you do spiritually, send that energy right back and protect yourself. Return to sender, you know? But trust the signs, trust what you're seeing. And as far as like what you're seeing with your third eye, you know what I mean? Because this person is trying to present things that are different from how you would see it with your physical eyes. They're trying to deceive you, but it's way too late for that. Yeah, oh, see? Catfish. They're trying to come at you looking one way, but they're a totally different thing. Games. Deja vu. They have no new games. They're trying the same old thing. And at this point, it's like, really? Really? This person, when they look in the mirror, they hope that they see you. They hope that they see your face. That's how badly they want to be you. But all they can do is wear a mask and try so hard to fake being you. And it's really sad. It's really sad. Yeah, and they're definitely sending some sort of message your way. So if this is your message, you've already seen patterns of this, and it's old and tired at this point. Divine is just saying, ain't nothing changed with this person. Okay? Nothing has changed. You are still abundant. You got this Ace of Pentacles. That's what they want. They want your abundance. They want your opportunities. And they can't have it. And so it makes them angry. And there's nothing they can do about it. They've tried all the magic. They've tried connecting with every demonic entity. They've tried all the sex magic and the sex rituals and the... What else? Let's just see what we get here. Oh, that too. They've tried it all. They've tried it all. And you know, when a person does that and it fails, what else are you going to do? They've tried to get between you and the people that you love. They've tried to separate you from your dreams. They've tried to get in your dreams. I mean, they have done everything. They've done it all. And you're still here. And you still are amazing. And you're still beautiful. And you always will be. And you're still prosperous. And you always will be. And you're still creative and intuitive and lovely. And loving. You haven't stopped loving. That's the thing. They were hoping that your heart chakra would look like the Grinch's heart. You know? It's sad. But it's not sad enough to feel sad. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that sad. It's like, damn, like, even though this person has done so much, I feel like there's, at some point, you'd be like, why can't you just change? Go somewhere and change, you know? But, they're miserable. And they're lost. But anyway, you are not miserable and lost. So, let's see what Divine has for you. Divine is saying to remain determined, stay on your path, remain focused. Also, you see how he's walking towards the sun. Yeah. So Divine is saying to recharge your solar plexus, love, and connect with the sun's energy. I'm going to try to remember to do that morning meditation. I should jot that down. Morning meditation. I'll just remember it. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. Morning meditation. Okay. That'll be really good because it has sun energy in it. It's ASMR. Okay, awareness. Yes, awareness is crucial because it's really about your focus. You're intuitive, so you know what's going on. But it's about remaining aligned with what serves you. Okay? Oh, and look, determination. That's the ding, ding, ding right there. We saw that twice. Thank you, Spirit. And what's at the bottom? Collaboration. So you have people around you that are truly growing and benefiting from the work that you do. Okay? And when it's time to... Oh my goodness. Okay, so we just had... Look. You know what else I'm getting? Is that this toxic being is very determined to collaborate with you. So maintain your awareness of what to stay focused on, because they may come to you and say, you know, like, I would love to work with you, but it's like maybe in an email and it's from somebody else. And no, okay, so beware of someone wanting to collaborate with you at this time, because it very well could be a scam. Okay, and I feel like if this is your message, you already have picked up on this. So this is just confirmation. Okay, let's pick a shaman's dream. No? Oshun. Okay, because I was hearing Oshun as soon as I said shaman's dream. Because, you know, we pulled Yamaya and Oshun. So, thank you, Mama Oshun. Oshun, the creatrix, creativity, artistic expression, and breakthroughs. Okay? You are eternally, infinitely creative, because that's card 8. And that's what 8 means to me, is like eternity and forever and ever with that infinity symbol. What's coming through for this beautiful being, Mama Oshun? What is it that they need to know? Okay, we've got Ooh, card 21. Oshun of deception, dishonesty, masking, and self-delusion. That's this being that's trying to come through. They are delusional and they are trying to mask themselves. And then we've got card 9, Oshun of harmonic balance, harmony, inner peace, and synchronicity. Okay? All right, so let's take a look. Let me take a quick look at 21 and see if there's anything that is not coming to mind that Spirit wants to bring through about that deception. Yeah, somebody is not being honest. If you find that you are the one being deceived, remember to trust your instincts and seek clarity in the relationships and situations where deception is afoot. Your intuition can guide you to make informed decisions and maintain your authenticity. Absolutely. Okay, look. That's like a hall of mirrors, yeah? You know, where like you look at one thing and you think you're seeing, you're like, is this the real one or is it, you know, like a hall of mirrors? Yeah. Or a mirror maze. No. Okay, so let's go to card 9. And also speak protection over your interactions, over yourself, over your everything. Your entire life, your entire world, and honor your intuition and bless it, protect it each day. Speak protection over your intuition, okay? Thank you, Divine. All right, we've got Oshun of harmonic balance. So I love that we're ending with this because even though there's deceptive energy trying to invade your world, that's been trying to do the same thing over and over but cannot, you have harmony, inner peace, and synchronicity. And there's nothing that will ruin anything for you because you're divinely guided, you're divinely protected, okay? So anything that you experience now is just going to continue to strengthen your intuition. Everything that someone tries to work against you is going to work for you. That's how it goes. So they're just going to continue to ruin themselves and help you build whatever it is that you're building so beautifully, so divinely, okay? The mantra says, I move in harmony with the divine, embracing peace and balance. Initiation of honey. Please take a seat. No wonder you feel off. You need to restore your equilibrium, whether it's between work and play, giving and receiving, or your emotional and rational self. Oshun of harmonic balance appears when there's a need for restoration and alignment in your life. She invites you to take a step back and assess where the imbalance lies. Are you giving more than you're receiving, or maybe the other way around? Are your mind and heart at odds with each other? This goddess encourages you to find your center by understanding that balance is not about choosing one over the other, but about integrating them. What to do now? Focus on actions that restore harmony. Chop wood. That's what we were saying. To do things that fulfill you and that restore your harmony, your peace. If you've been all work and no play, schedule some downtime. If you've been emotionally driven, take some time to rationally evaluate your choices. Meditate, journal, or speak with someone who can offer perspective. As you make these adjustments, your life will naturally fall back into balance. Ashe. Okay, I'm going to read the healing ritual. Draw 2 columns on a piece of paper. One for areas in your life where you expand energy, such as through work or caregiving. And another for areas where you receive energy, perhaps from rest or hobbies. Note any imbalances. Then set one intention for restoring balance in each area and place the folded paper beneath the candle. Envision a golden light flowing through you, aligning and balancing each aspect of your life. And I love that because it's visual. It's like visualizing what you do to help others, how you give energy, and also how you receive energy. And you can go through each of those actions once you've written them down and take some time to visualize bringing that particular action into balance, you know. So like if something that you do to nurture others is cooking dinner for the people that you live with, for your family, for the people you love, then you can visualize yourself cooking dinner and enjoying it. Maybe something will come to mind as you're meditating, like a new meal that you can try, or a way that you can make it easier for yourself. Maybe ask your children to help you, or play some music while you're cooking, or maybe cook with your beloved if you're in a union. Doing something that makes the experience more enjoyable, you know? Doing something that makes the experience more enjoyable. Maybe listening to a video or watching a video while you cook, okay? So something that allows you to still be mindful and relaxed, but that helps you to enjoy the process more, okay? All right, beautiful being, I am so grateful that you tuned into this message. Thank you so much. I hope that it brought you some clarity, some balance, some harmony, like in that Oshun card, Ashe, and also some peace as well, and some good vibes. I love you, and I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and so many blessings. Take care.